The Trump administration has not actually appointed an ambassador for now over a year to South Korea. It's always important to have ambassadors in any embassy, but especially when President Trump has made North Korea essentially the most important foreign policy challenge of his administration. All indications were that the White House had been moving forward in naming an ambassador. The choice was said to be Victor Cha. He is a former Bush administration official at the National Security Council who now works as an expert in Korean affairs and Asia. A lot of people knew him in Seoul and in Washington and thought it was a good choice. He went all the way through the process of vetting in his financial background and his security background, and in December, the administration then forwarded his name to the South Korean government for final approval, and that was considered to be the final step before his nomination would go to the Senate, and South Korea quickly signed off, hoping to have an ambassador in place by the Olympics. But mysteriously, on the night of the State of the Union address, it was reported that the White House had dropped the nomination privately, and it was not clear why. The White House hasn't really been forthright in saying exactly why, but I think there's concern among those who know Victor Cha that it may have had something to do with his views on this administration's policy toward the North, and specifically about what's called a bloody nose strike, which is potential use of limited military action to send a message to Kim Jong-un. Victor Cha, I think, among many analysts in Washington, had concerns about that because of the risks to American troops, American citizens, both in South Korea and Japan, as well as, of course, the South Koreans and the Japanese themselves, and those in the North, that this could spiral out of control and that an escalation by the North Koreans could lead to millions of casualties. Neither the State Department nor the Trump White House seems to have informed anyone in the South Korean government ahead of the news reports that came out that the nomination was off. The South Korean government has not necessarily criticized the Trump administration, but I know through private channels they've asked the State Department for more explanation about exactly what happened and then what is Plan B, who would be another candidate, and will it take 6 or 8 more months? It's almost half of Trump's term here.